Demonstrators in Paris angry that the French charity ship with a mission to save lives in the Mediterranean Sea is being prevented from doing its job. Panama revoked the registration of the Aquarius last week. The ship won't be able to sail unless another country agrees to register it.
We launched a huge call to European states to help us and to help us finding a new European flag. At the moment, we still haven't received any response.
Since Thursday, the Aquarius has been docked in the southern port of Marseille. But this is where the crew would rather be. The Aquarius began operations 2 years ago. It's rescued 30,000 people on the treacherous sea crossing between Libya and Europe, migrants and refugees fleeing violence and poverty. The crew says most of the survivors are deeply traumatized.
We've seen people who are actually carrying bullets in their bodies from their time in Libya. So it's a conflict zone environment, even though we're at sea.
The organisations operating the Aquarius, Doctors Without Borders and SOS Méditerranée, say Panama withdrew their registration under pressure from Italy's government. Rome denies the claims, but in June it closed Italian ports to the vessel. Growing anti-immigrant sentiment in Europe is making the work of the Aquarius's crew harder.
The crew say that what's particularly difficult for them is that they know that every hour, every day that passes out there in the Mediterranean Sea, there are vulnerable people, their lives possibly in danger. And while the Aquarius is stuck here in the port of Marseille, they can't help.
It's disheartening to see that the loss of life at sea and the humanitarian crisis are not at the forefront of European politicians' priorities. And that's something that we call on all European countries to take into account.
15,000 people have drowned in the Mediterranean in the past 4 years. Most have been searching desperately for what many other people take for granted, a safe place to call home, somewhere to build a life. Unless the Aquarius is given new registration documents to sail soon, the crew fear that many more lives will be needlessly lost. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Marseille.